can see me. Howdy, folks, and welcome to the Hillbilly Kitchen. Let's see if I can see me.
Well, I was not ready, so.
I got a commercial. I don't know if I'm on here or not.
Okay, yeah, we're live.
Yes, we're live. Yay. We're not centered very well. I still have not cleaned up my fire pit area at all. But it's still nice out here, even though I hadn't cleaned it up. It's early in the year. I'll get it. I haven't been home much.
If you guys haven't already, please click like and subscribe, leave us a comment, and share the video.
Yes, let everybody know. I haven't shared this link anywhere yet either.
No,
have
me
you?
neither. I'm going to.
All right. Well,
We've got Lula here.
Yeah, Lula's here, and Gabby and Mike are running around, and Alex and Bo are running around, and Jim's over here. It is a holiday weekend, so we got a crowd out by the fire pit here, and we're going to light the fire pit. Now, you pet hound, she's had 2 hot dogs.
Well, she smells chicken on me. That's why she's over here.
All right. We made some iced tea, and we set out. But, yeah. Oh, I see Susan S. on here. Hi, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. That's the only comment I'm seeing. I don't know how many people are on here. Oh, this says like 87. So we got a few people on here. It's a Sunday evening. Oh, there's some more comments. We have Kelly and Lisa. Alex is feeding Bo. She said she'd be joining us on here as soon as she gets him fed. I can't see that one.
The misnomer.
The misnomer, okay.
I can barely see it.
Coca-Cola 600 salute. I haven't seen that. Oh, Melinda's on here.
Yeah.
She just got it now. But we wanted to go live, and we wanted to take just a minute to thank all of our Gold Star families. We've got comments popping up that I'm not seeing. We only have the freedom that we have in this country because so many people have sacrificed their lives. And Memorial Day, Brett was a veteran, and he said that Memorial Day was for those veterans who had given their lives. It wasn't for all veterans. It was just for veterans who had lost their lives in service. But honestly, everyone who serves this country, you sacrifice your life. Those years that you are in, you give those years of your life for your country. And we know that we only have the freedom that we enjoy because you have made that sacrifice. So we appreciate that. And certainly the Gold Star families who have given the ultimate sacrifice, who have fathers who are no longer with us, and sons and brothers who are no longer here, and now who have wives and mothers who are no longer here, because more and more women are serving in the military and paying the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. So we thank all of you, and we have not forgotten you. And make a special point today to pray for those families who have lost a member in the service of our country and for our freedom. We have a lot of people on here now. Kathy, Susan, Janice, Raven, Dale, Jane, Talbot. I don't have my glasses on. I'm sorry.
I'm sharing
Cheryl,
Karina.
I don't know. I've got some people that have little crowns by their name. I don't know what that is.
I think that means that I think they're subscribed, maybe.
James says the cobbler recipes have become famous at their church. That's cobblers are a great take along for church. In the comments, kind of tell us what you're having for Memorial Day. Like, we're going to light the fire over here where I've been picking up sticks out of the yard. this spring, and we're probably going to roast some hot dogs tonight. Earlier, we did the steak with the skillet potatoes and onions. If you have not tried that yet, that is delicious. If you've never put potatoes and onions in a skillet and cooked them in the skillet on the grill while you're cooking your steak, oh my goodness, it is way, way better than a baked potato. You'll never go back to a baked potato. We have Laura, Maria, Sonia, something else too. I set out some cream cheese and some lemons. I was going to do a no-bake lemon pie too. So I may do that. We do want to share some verses with you, of course, because it wouldn't be the Hillbilly Kitchen if we didn't. And one of them is Nehemiah 4:14, because there's a lot of people who are, well, I don't know. They think that it's not necessary to defend our nation and not necessary to defend ourselves. But Nehemiah 4:14 says, I looked and I rose up and said unto the nobles and to the rulers and to the rest of the people, be not afraid of them. Remember the Lord, which is great and terrible, and fight for your brethren, your sons and your daughters, your wives and your houses. And those people who are serving in the U.S. military, protecting our freedom, no matter what branch, that is what they are doing. And also our first responders, our police, they are fighting for their sons and their daughters and their wives and their houses and their brothers. So remember them when you thank those people who have served this country. And of course, we all know John 15:13. It's in the thumbnail that we used, and we made a meme out of. That's actually just a meme that I reused. That was for?
Oh, I met them at the National Day of Prayer.
Okay.
I showed up just in time to get a picture of them, and the guy on the left, he had a cane, and they all weren't in the same picture. I had to put them together, but the guy on the left, he had a cane, and I asked to take his picture, and he said, "Let me get rid of this," and threw his cane.
But John 15:13 is greater love hath no man than this, that he lay down his life for his friends. And that is those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice. But every single member of the U.S. military, when they sign up to do that. And also all of our police officers, no matter what level they are serving at, whether it's a town sheriff's department or town police department or state or federal or whatever, they all sign up, and they all know that they may have to lay down their lives. Ooh, I don't know who you are, but you can go somewhere else there. I don't know what that was about. Thank you for the view, but take it somewhere else. Where did that go to?
What was it?
Right there.
Probably like a Canadian or something.
Bye.
Usually they're not from here. They say stuff
they
like
retracted the message as I was deleting it. I don't know what that's all about, but anyway. No, not here. Wow. Okay. Getting back to what we were talking about. Thank you for serving. We appreciate you. We really, truly do. Every single one of you.
that. Some people are miserable.
Yes.
Do you have more that you're gonna read?
Well, you can go ahead. I mean, I have a lot.
I hadn't had all of them yet. I didn't pull them all up. I wasn't ready. I thought we were gonna do this a little bit later. But that last one reminded me of
Hebrews 4:12. Is that what you're talking about?
where?
Right there.
No.
Oh,
It's
well, how about
husbands.
oh,
Because a lot of our military, they are husbands and they're fighting for their wives. You can go on with the next one. I'm sorry, I'm
oh,
looking
okay,
for that.
all right. Hello, David. Unfortunately, yes, it is to be expected. I agree. Daddy was World War II. My grandpa was World War II. And I actually found out recently that my mother had 2 Revolutionary War veterans in her family, and 3 of her, she was a direct descendant of 3 Mayflower passengers. So they get that for Gabby and for Bo and Charlotte so that they have that.
I found the verse that I was looking
Okay.
for. I didn't have time to do my Bible tabs. I didn't know what we
well,
were even doing today.
DR Patriot says Happy Memorial Day, celebrating with the men and women who fought for our freedom. Yes, thank you. Okay.
Have Ephesians 5 verse 25. Husbands love your wives even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. So, and that is what our military is doing. They give themselves for us, but they fight for their wives and their families.
No, Cindy, I agree. Let the haters go somewhere else. And we're going to do a live stream on that word because as Christians, out of all of the 4-letter words we should never say, that is probably the one that should most be off limits if you're a Christian. You should never use that word. And we're going to do a live stream on that. But that's for another day. Today is for our veterans. And here's another one, 1 Corinthians 15:22. For as in Adam all die, even so in Christ shall all be made alive. And those of us who have lost loved ones, whether it be because of their service in the military or just age and time or some other circumstance, we can be reassured that all will be made alive in Christ again. And that is where our hope is. Are you finding more verses?
I have 2 more.
Okay.
At least 2 more.
All right.
I have Isaiah 61:1. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and to open the prison to them that are bound. And why we started this country was for religious freedom, and our military fights for our religious freedom.
Yes, they do. And Bo is not cooperating, so I'm just trying to respond to as many comments because I can't possibly type and talk. I can barely talk and talk. But Cindy, well, I already mentioned your comment. Terry, yes, the girls, the men and the women who paid the ultimate sacrifice. And like I said, if you don't any other time of the year, say a special prayer for those families tomorrow who have lost loved ones, who have a father not at the table, a brother not at the table, a wife, a husband, a daughter. Make sure you remember them tomorrow when you pray. Okay, what's your other one?
Okay. I have 2 Corinthians 3:17. Now the Lord is that Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty.
Protect the rest of us. Thank you. And thank you for joining us. We got a low battery. Okay. So, Amanda, or no, what, Annette,
Yeah.
my maternal grandfather served in England and France in World War II. Everyone in the family served the country since 1776. 3 of us women also served in the U.S. Air Force. Well, thank you very much for your service. And thank everyone, all the veterans who are watching, thank you for your service. Like I said, I know Memorial Day is for those who have given the ultimate sacrifice, because Brett was a veteran and he used to let me know that every year that that was not his holiday. But you do sacrifice a portion of your life in the service of this country. You miss time with your family, you miss time with your friends, and you give up certain freedoms to protect our freedom. And we understand that and we appreciate that. Simple Man, hello. Gregory, thank you very much. We appreciate you joining us. Lisa, thank you. You have a blessed holiday too.
I don't know how you see him
the
that far
Almighty
away.
Family. I can't see it up close. Yes, the Almighty Family and Country. That's the order. Hairball, standing in line one day, noticed a couple of ball caps. Speaking of the branch of service, so I said thank you. And a lot of guys are wearing those now. Cindy V, thank you for joining us. And but as and especially to those members of the military who served during Vietnam and Korea, but especially Vietnam, it seems like they did not get a thank you when they came home. So if you see those baseball caps, make sure you say thank you to those men. And they just, they really weren't treated well, and they certainly weren't treated like they should have been when they returned, because they were answering their country's call and they were doing what was asked of them. And no matter what you feel about politics, it doesn't change the sacrifice that they made. So make sure you say thank you to them.
The veteran on the left that I was talking
Okay.
about, I'm pretty sure he was in Vietnam. I'm not sure, but I think so. And he was very cool. He
Yeah.
probably has a really cool story.
There are very, very few World War II veterans left alive now. And I don't know exactly what the number is, but I know there aren't many left.
Well, Pop-Op,
Yeah, my grandfather
yeah, he was alive. Gabby had a great great grandfather when she was little, when she passed away. I think she was 2,
yeah.
so it's been 6 years. But yeah, how old was he? Was he 98?
99. Beth lost her Uncle George during World War II. And you had an uncle who passed away in World War II, Earl Duncan. And he never had any children. And he was married to, well, he's your great uncle. He was married to your grandfather's sister.
Not sure which one he was. I know we
He
have
was, when we were doing family research, he was the one, you were little.
Yeah.
And we went to, oh gosh, over near where Alvin York's home
I
is,
remember
another
that.
World War II veteran, and visited his sister. Oh, Alvin York was World War One. I'm being corrected. Alvin York was World War One. Sorry. We have a peanut gallery here today. Getting heckled and corrected. Alvin York was World War One. Sorry, but Earl Duncan was World War II, and he lived. His sister lived near there, and we went over and took pictures of his grave and stuff too. He's actually buried near Oak Ridge.
Yeah, I do.
Which was a very important site for World War II. That was World War II. But we live really near Oak Ridge, where the bombs that ended it were created.
We did have a letter. I'm sure it's somewhere, but we had a letter from. Was it your side of the family, or was it his? But one of the veterans, his wife had sent him a letter, and it
That's Earl Duncan's
okay.
wife.
Okay,
Yes, that
yeah,
was,
his wife sent him a
yes.
letter, and it got sent back because he was killed before it made it to him.
Yep, that was Earl Duncan. And we have that letter, and it's preserved and it will be passed down. It's in with a whole bunch of family tree research stuff. Um, Annette is visiting a veteran cemetery tomorrow. Oh, where her uncle is. Beth lost an uncle during World War II, too. Okay. Visiting veteran cemetery. And if you are, Veterans Day is also Decoration Day. Sonia, her dad served in Korea and had friends that served in World War I and World War II. But if you are visiting a cemetery tomorrow, take a handful of flags and look for the veterans' graves and put some on them. I know the cemetery where Brett is, there are several World War II and World War I veterans that nobody goes to their grave anymore. So if you are going, take a handful of flags and put them on those graves. And there's a tradition of reading the name when you place the flag on the grave to remember them. So do that if you're going anyway. Just take a few extra ones. And do you have anything else?
Not that I can think of. But if people would remember Brenda McMurray,
Yes.
to pray for her, our friend Brenda, because she has masses in her lungs. I asked last time, but don't forget her when you pray. She has people who depend on her.
And also remember all of the volunteers who are coming up and helping in Mountain City. And then remember those folks who were just affected by the hurricanes, what was it, a week ago in Kentucky and in Laurel County, Kentucky. That was probably the worst of it, but there were some over in the plains too that did a lot of damage. But I think in Kentucky was where over a dozen people lost their lives.
And pray for the channel, please, because it doesn't
Yes.
seem like anything we do helps it.
Yes, yes, please remember. And that meeting I have on June the 3rd, keep that in your prayers. I'm not sure what's going to become of that, but I'm kind of looking for some clarity, some direction, and some guidance. And do remember, celebrate with your family. Enjoy this day with your family because so many people did give their lives so that we could have cookouts with our family, so that we could get together, so that we could celebrate our country, so that we could celebrate family, so that we could share time with our loved ones. So get together and do that. And any excuse is a good excuse to get together with family and make memories and share time, share some good food. We have somebody was commenting about the cobbler recipes. Cobblers are great for cookouts. We've got peach, we've got a super easy peach, we've got apple, we've got blackberry,
Macaroni
chocolate,
salad and
yeah,
potato salad.
all the sides, the macaroni salad, the potato salad, the banana puddings. If if you need it for a cookout, cowboy beans.
Yeah.
We hadn't had cowboy beans yet this year, so we need to make them. We've got Annette on here and Gracie on here, Linda, Cindy. Thank you all for your prayers. What is that? I can't.
Um,
From Texas. I'm not sure.
Palmyra.
I'm not sure how to pronounce the name, but hi, Texas. Thank you for joining us.
Do we want to meet Lula? Does anybody want to see her? She's Lula. Come here.
They saw her in the.
Well, she barely
She's
was in. Come here.
In the skillets, potatoes and steak video.
Okay. She's very old.
Yep, she is. we'll meet Lula and we'll say goodbye. You all enjoy, there she is. You all enjoy your Memorial Day. Get together with your family. Hug everybody real tight and tell them you love them. And until next time, remember to put God first. Thank you all for joining us, and God bless you. God bless the USA. Yes, pray for our president and our country. Good night, everybody.